from Maine.
The following contest is a special mighty midget attraction.
A huge ovation here.
Introducing first, from anywhere he damn well pleases, he weighs in a succulent 175 pounds.
Well, we know who this is coming out.
Tiny the Terrible, very well known here in the independent scene, representing I.I.W, International Independent Wrestling, here tonight.
What's that sign say?
Well, the sign says fitness. It looks like Tiny the Terrible, self-proclaimed the fittest midget in the world.
Well, now, hey, I won't take anything away from him. He definitely's got some muscles that most men wish they had.
And the crowd seems to be behind Tiny the Terrible here. Formerly one half of the Low Blow Brothers, with his brother Half Nelson back in the day.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. Half Nelson, Tiny the Terrible. Give him a chance. Don't take anything away from him. They could be tag team champions.
Well, the crowd here at Johnson & Wales is very pleased to have a midget attraction match as Tiny the Terrible comes down to ringside.
So what is this about fitness?
I don't know. He seems to think he's the most fit midget in professional wrestling today. And, well, it doesn't quite look that way. But, hey, you know. If Tiny the Terrible thinks that, then that's fine, you know?
Whatever Tiny thinks must be true in his own mind.
Yes, indeed, in his own mind. And I'm not sure who his opponent is this evening, but we will find out momentarily. And it looks like referee George Graffam is going to have a very interesting task ahead of him in this match.
I think so. I don't envy Eddie.
And Tiny the Terrible is showing his skills. Look at a series of jumping jacks there, and he's worn out already, folks.
Wow. That's not the same Tiny the Terrible I knew a couple of years ago.
No, not at all. Wait a minute, his hometown right here.
140 pounds, Short Sleeve Sampson.
Well, here he is, Short Sleeve Sampson, another man who has been on Jerry Springer, just like Tiny the Terrible. Another man who has been on Raw is War, like Tiny the Terrible.
So are you telling me that Sampson is trying to be like Tiny the Terrible, or what are you telling me?
I don't know. It could go either way, but we right here will find out tonight who the best midget wrestler is.
Tonight is the night.
And as Tiny the Terrible says, he is a two-time international Jerry Springer star and a one-time international WWF star.
Look at Tiny go. Wait a minute, give him a minute. He's got to breathe.
And Short Sleeve Sampson getting in the ring now. This is not the first time they've met. They wrestled in the ECWA in a midget ladder match.
Now, why do they call him short sleeve if he's wearing long sleeve?
You know, Sonny D, that's a good question. Oh, there you go. He's making it a short sleeve shirt.
I see.
Tiny the Terrible, Short Sleeve Sampson, two of the experienced midget wrestlers in the New England scene.
Now there's a lucky fan. He's got a piece of the sleeve.
Johnson & Wales is a fitness college. I'm a fitness person. I just want you people to know how physically fit I am. I'm gonna do 5 unassisted push-ups, and I want you all to pump with me.
Well, Sonny D, we've seen this in the past. Why don't you get a look at this one? This is gonna be very interesting.
5, that's it. 5.
5 push-ups.
That's what he says. And here we go. It looks like he's going to show us those 5 unassisted, I might add, push-ups.
He changed it to 10.
Oh, it looks like, oh wow, it looks like we're going to see 10 here. 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute, struggling here for number.
What happened?
And I don't know, it doesn't, oh geez. He's really.
10, he did do 5. Should have stuck with 5. I guess Sampson just put him in his place.
Yes, he did, short sleeve. Oh, well. Well, here we go.
Sonny looks a little upset.
Now that is fitness if there ever was any. And here we go with the contest. Uh-oh.
All right, great. 2 sexy midget shortless people.
And oh, geez. Tiny the Terrible going to work on short sleeve Sampson, stomping on the back. This is under control. Oh, a series of push-up.
Oh, there we go. Talk about fitness.
Series of elbows to the midsection of the back area.
Well, I guess Tiny was really fooling around with them not being able to do 10 push-ups. He can do it hands down, no question asked. You saw him raise them arms. It's not just fat there, pal.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, geez. Getting worn out once again from the jumping jacks. Oh, driving short sleeve Sampson's head right down onto the knee of Tiny the Terrible.
You'll have to forgive me, not doing a good job commentating. I'm actually paying attention for a change. Oh, look at that, he's choking him. Sampson's being choked, referee's counting.
A very interesting way to choke down on your opponent.
Well, if there's anyone that can come up with an interesting way to choke opponent, that would definitely be Tiny the Terrible.
Absolutely.
Oh, looks like Tiny's going out to the audience. Doesn't like what the fans have to say.
Absolutely not. The crowd very into this this contest here this evening.
Most certainly. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they tend to favor Sampson over there.
Yes, it does seem that way. And wait a minute, he's into the fitness sign that Tiny has brought down to ringside, and now throwing it to the outside.
Kindly disposing it like a nice gentleman that he wants to be.
And it looks like he's choking him down again.
And the referee can't see it, he's putting his views blocked.
The ref thought that was a pinning predicament.
Oh, the referee's in the wrong position. He can't see what's going on there.
Absolutely not.
It's a very tough job being a referee there. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not. What's going to happen? Oh, no.
And this right here is why he used to be known as the low blow brother. Oh!
Yeah. Fortunately, I've never been a recipient of that.
A big headbutt to the midsection of short sleeve Sampson.
It's going to take Sampson a little time to recover from that.
Absolutely. And wrestling fans, as you saw, TJ Richter against Dan Badandi. Tiny the Terrible right here against short sleeve Sampson. Still to come, Gino Martino takes on John Cronus from ECW. And Kyle Storm takes on Jason from ECW.
That's going to be an interesting matchup there. As we know, Kyle Storm is the heavyweight champion at this time.
Yes, he is. And Jason has a chance here tonight to take that strap from him. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's going on over there?
Wait, I think if these fans follow wrestling, we know who this man is here in the audience.
He looks familiar. What's his name?
Is that the Little Killer? I think it is.
I can't tell from here.
From our viewpoint, it appears that the Little Killer is in the crowd, another midget wrestler taunting Tiny the Terrible, and all it was a distraction. Short sleeve Sampson, going to work. A series of chops on Tiny the Terrible.
You're right, that was Little Killer over there.
Wait a minute.
Killer's going into the ring. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, big splash, and that is the Little Killer. Oh my goodness.
No doubt about it, definitely Little Killer. Now look who's doing the push-ups without any problem. That's Mr. Sampson in there, pal.
Absolutely. And the Little Killer, what is he doing?
He seems like he's making a lot of noise in there. He's punking off the one and the only Tiny the Terrible.
Little Killer, Tiny Terrible, they have a feud going on right now. They fought for New England Championship Wrestling just about a month ago, and of course Empire Pro Wrestling.
What was the outcome of those matches?
Well, Tiny the Terrible was victorious, New England Championship Wrestling, and maybe that is the reason tonight for Little Killer to be here. Maybe he wants another piece of Tiny the Terrible.
Is there another midget match scheduled for this evening?
No, I don't believe there is, but before our very eyes here tonight, you never know, this could become a three-way dance.
You never know what's going to happen here at IIW.
Absolutely anything is possible for international independent wrestling. Now, wait a minute, Little Killer. What's going on here? It seems... What?
It looks like Little Killer was going to nail Sampson.
Absolutely.
Sampson, being a smart man, ducked. Oh my.
Taking short sleeve down, and why is the Little Killer helping Tiny the Terrible, his arch nemesis?
I think it was a ploy the whole time, and why didn't the referee disqualify?
That's a good question. George Graffam, he's got to take control here.
Killer just nailed both of them. Nailed Sampson and Tiny the Terrible.
Maybe Killer just wants to prove to the wrestling fans here tonight that he is the ultimate midget wrestler.
Not for nothing, but referee should have called for that bell a long time ago.
Absolutely. And wait a minute, short sleeve. What's this going to be? Oh no.
Airplane spin.
Absolutely.
Oh,
the airplane spin. Tiny the Terrible, very dizzy at this point. Short sleeve. Big splash. Unbelievable. Well, not going for the cover yet. Here's something in store for Tiny.
He's not done yet. He's picking him up by the hair. Got him by the arm. Looks like he's going to give him an Irish whip. There it is. Let's see what's going to happen now, folks. It's a full Nelson. No!
A full Nelson slam by short sleeve Sampson. And what's this? Nerve hold? Oh no, a version of the cranium crunch.
Cranium claw, Sampson. It looks like he's tapping out.
Ring the bell. Tiny the Terrible has submitted. Your winner, short sleeve Sampson. Let's go to the ring announcer. The crowd very much behind short sleeve Sampson as he is victorious over Tiny the Terrible here this evening.
No doubt about it. It seems like the house is having a little bit of audio problem with their microphones, but fortunately, Mr. Bruen, you have an outstanding setup here. We don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely not. And for you wrestling fans at home, I.I.W. International Independent Wrestling will be returning to Dean College in Franklin, Massachusetts, the 28th of October. So definitely come on out. October 28th.
Tiny the Terrible definitely having problems getting out of that ring there.
There we go. Rich Palladino.
Assistance.
Tiny the Terrible claims to be very fit, but doesn't exactly seem that way.